I'm just looking for a quick breakfast. It is tough day. I've got a whole bunch of things that I have to do for our legal case. Let's see. I think I'm going with some bananas and some yogurt. Let's see. What's in the fridge? Definitely not on a diet. Don't even play with me. Check out the Oreo ice cream sandwiches. The Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. Oh yes, baby. Haagen-Dazs ice cream pops. Dark chocolate. Vanilla milk chocolate almonds. Another dark chocolate in the midst of beyond my vegan chicken patties, and I'm out of my vegan burgers, but anyway. So I think I'm just gonna go with, hold on, let's see. Fridge does not have much of anything. Let's see. Oh my God, I have to clean out my fridge and buy some new veggies. Things have gone bad. Oh my gosh. You know, if you're a woman who's going through grief, who's experienced a lot of changes, I am right here with you. I have so many feelings. Widowhood was my awakening. That's when I woke up and realized that life would never be the same. And what I mean by that is I've experienced grief during the time that I was married to my husband, Angel, for those 31 years. But having him there to support me, to listen to me, to guide me, to be the shoulder that I cried on, changed everything. And I realized that in many ways, I just don't know what to say. In many ways, he protected me. And when he died, so many things in my life changed. And now I look back on myself almost 5 years down the road, and I'm stunned to notice the changes that have occurred within me. The biggest change that I see in me is that I'm so much more comfortable saying exactly what is on my mind and making it clear when I'm aware that I'm being taken advantage of, or something is unfair or not right, doesn't feel right. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful for this journey that I have been on since losing my husband, because it has stretched me in ways that I never, ever anticipated. So, just to give you like a quick capsule version, after my husband passed away, soon after, my son agreed to come and stay with me because basically became unwound at the prospect of not having my husband to protect me. And oh my God, yes. Come on, bring on the haters, whatever it is you want to say. I don't even care. So many women are raised to believe that their value is in taking care of a family and a home and a spouse. And they don't consider that what they have, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience that they have, they don't consider that that is of value. And unfortunately, I count myself among them. When I stepped in to run the family business, first, let me just give you a disclaimer and say that there's wall-to-wall drama in my life. The Real Housewives, all of the reality shows have got absolutely nothing on me. And so what I take from that is that there have been so many learning experiences that I have had that have taught me how to value myself more. Stepping in to run my father's, the family business, but to take my father's place after he went to prison back in 1985, and I was in NYU going to school for business. And all of a sudden, I stepped into a position where I was running 3 buildings, 110 tenants, a 40-machine coin-operated laundromat in New York City, in Washington Heights, in Manhattan. And because I was so naive, because I had no sense of what kind of value I brought to the table as a manager, I accepted, first of all, I adored my father. I worshiped the ground he walked on. And because I had no sense of my value in the marketplace, I accepted whatever it was that he said. And up until then, we had a really good relationship, except for the fact that he used to really pick on the fact that I was fat, chubby, from the time I was about 10 years old. But because he never physically or sexually abused me, I never ever considered that verbal abuse was abuse. Come on, really? Can't touch you, can't hurt you. I'd already been through so much sexual abuse with my stepfather and his friends. So my father's mean words meant nothing. It hurt, sure, but it wasn't something that in terms of weight, it didn't have the same kind of weight. And because I adored my father, I just made excuses for why it was okay. So when I first visited him in Rockland County Jail before he was shipped off upstate, he told me, "Don't think of me as your father, think of me as your boss." And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know how to take it. But from that point on, I started to accept it because I didn't push back. I was, at the time, he went through 2 trials. The first one, he was arrested in 1985 for sale and possession of cocaine. The first trial ended in a mistrial. One of the jurors had had a heart attack. So then he had like 6 more months to prepare for the trial. And there was just so much going on. And I did everything I could to help him because I truly believed my dad was innocent. Now I'm not so sure, but then that was the case. And the second trial, it was the day before July 4th. It was July 3rd, and the jury convicted him. And he got 30 years to life, and he ended up serving 18 and a half years. And to a daughter who adores her father, a 23-year-old daughter, I'm 63 now, a 23-year-old daughter who adores her father and always thought of him as her rescuer, because by inviting me to come live with him when I was about 12 years old or so, he didn't know it, but he was saving me from this horrible life of being sexually abused and trafficked to my stepfather's friends. Told you about the drama. So I loved my dad. And I grew up around money and opulence and luxury. So it didn't mean anything to me during the years when I lived with my dad. So when he said to me, "Don't think of me as your father, think of me as your boss," I went into Daughter needing approval mode. He said, okay, Dad, tell me what you need. He said, okay, you're gonna write all the checks. You're gonna sign on all the checks. You have full power of signature. This is millions of dollars worth of buildings in New York City. I had complete check writing ability. And he told me, you're going to write yourself a check every week for $75 a week. Come on. Seriously. And I did. Because I was the good little girl, the good daughter. And unfortunately, I played the role of the loyal daughter, the good girl, for so many years. And I never once thought that my father would not recognize my love and my loyalty. And there's so much more to come. But the message that I have to all the women who struggle with a negative self-image, having been raised or influenced by parents or people who they adored, and yet they were constantly belittled. And whether it was because of their body, or maybe they wore glasses, or whatever it was, we learn how to love and value ourselves by the people who raise us. Whether that's your parent, your grandparent, doesn't matter. Those people who were influential in your life, they taught you how to love and value yourself by the way that they related to you. I just want to leave you with that for now, because it's a lot. And as I said, I have a ton of things to do today for our court case, and I will share with you more as the days go by. But I just want you to know, if you're a woman who is grieving a loss, whether that is widowhood or estrangement of a child or a parent or someone else who you love, I want you to know that the way out is through. I'm not going to promise to like wave a magic wand and bingo, you don't feel any grief anymore. No. But by recognizing that now, as an adult, you get the choice to choose to love yourself and to value yourself. If someone doesn't love you, okay, you can't make them love you. But the thing is, you can love yourself. And by loving and respecting yourself, That makes you so much stronger and resilient to all the people who know exactly how to hurt you by saying and doing the things that they do. So, if you enjoy these videos, keep on watching and subscribe, and I will share more, and I'll tell you about all my programs and what's going on. And I look forward to our next one. Have a great day. Bye.